Welcome back, boys and girls, to another episode. As always, I'm Hunter.
And I'm Hunter.
And this is the H Awakening podcast, brought to you by Cabela's and Vortex and Muzzy Broadheads, our latest sponsors.
God, I wish. That'd be nice.
No, not really. I would.
Give us free
but yeah,
shit.
no, today, yeah. It's been a minute. As you can probably tell if you're watching the video, I don't know. The bag's under my eyes, worn out. It's been chaotic. Been getting busier and busier here lately for both of us. So, come back to another episode though, kind of shorter and sweeter, straight to the point. Me and Hunter thought of something and wanted to bring it to y'all's attention. By the way, if you're listening and you have any questions, recommendations, drop them in the comments. Talking to a guy at work the other day about some stuff.
Yeah, or shoot us a DM on
say?
Instagram or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick, do you see how my nose is like swollen right here?
Looks like a pimple.
Dude, I thought it was, but it's just like, I don't know. Anyways, my whole like right side of my face feels swollen and it is hurting. So if I sound a little nasally, that's maybe why. Anyways, yeah, I was talking to some guys at work about the podcast, and basically, if you got anything you want to go over or talk to us about, just leave it in the comments below and subscribe. We're trying to pump these out as consistent as possible. It's just crazy right now.
Yeah.
But anyways, today's episode, we thought of a good idea. Huh?
Oh, I was going to bring up our affiliate program with Farrell, Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to go over it?
Yeah, especially right now with yeah, you can go over it. Okay. I'm going to go grab a drink because I'm empty. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, yeah, we're affiliated with Farrell, Texas Outdoors for anything thermal products. I know at least down in Texas, it is about to be hog and coyote season over the summer. So if y'all are interested in getting a thermal, make sure you guys go check it out. I know they came out with some new stuff. They've marked a lot of prices down. We have a link down in the description below. So if you guys want to use that, that does help us out a lot. So if y'all are interested in something like that, make sure you guys go check it out.
You there?
Yeah. I already did my spiel. We're good.
Oh, you're like frozen.
Oh.
But anyways, today we're kind of talking about, we thought of a good idea or a good conversation piece with Hunter being in, I almost said California and New York.
It's the same thing.
We kind of got talking. I was like, you don't have any guns up there, right?
No.
Yeah. So it kind of brought up the idea of, here's an idea. Since Hunter went from living in Texas to living in the great state of New York.
Yeah.
Here's we kind of thought of going over how your EDC has changed since you've moved from a place like Texas to a place like New York.
Honestly, not too much, just except for the gun. But the laws up here are really different. Like they're kind of weird on about what you can actually carry for like a knife and stuff. Like it has to be below. It's like I think it's either 3.5 or 4 inches. But I also
now Texas used to be like that.
They might still be. Oh, so it's 3.5 or 4 inches for a folded blade. If it's a fixed blade, it can be as ever long as you want it to be. But
yeah, and Texas has no regulation now on knives. Yeah. You can carry a sword if you want.
Yeah, which is I don't know who would actually do that. And I know there's just like those news reports of people getting arrested for stuff like that. But
well, when the law passed, I was in my sophomore year of college, and we were talking about it. And there was actually like right after the law passed, some idiot went down the street carrying a katana. Wasn't using it or nothing, but he had it, and he acted suspicious. So cops got called on him and everything.
Yeah.
Just because you're allowed to do it doesn't mean you should do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Agreed. Well, so a couple of my knives that I was going to bring up here, I wasn't really comfortable leaving them up here, just for
Mm-hmm.
like the sentimental value than the actual value of them. They're kind of pricey. So I did
Yeah.
buy this. It's like the Gerber. I don't know exact name of it, but it's
Mm-hmm.
basically just a box cutter. So it uses the basic razor blades that you can get from Home Depot and stuff, and they're really cheap. Really great for actually airports because you can take it out. No, that sounds so bad.
That
No,
sounds
no,
that sounds
no.
so bad.
I'm gonna clarify what that means.
Hunter
You know,
just got put
wait.
blacklisted. ATS
So when
like book them, boys.
so whenever you fly, in sometimes you might forget a knife or something in your pocket, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, with this one, you can take the blade out, and it's not technically a knife anymore. So you still have the
Yeah.
actual knife, and you can replace it with a 5-cent razor. So I'm going to clarify that.
Oh damn! Yeah, that sounded a little bad at first, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
But because I fly so much, it's good. Like just in case I forget it in like my pocket or my bag or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
oh, what is this? It's like, oh, do you have when you just unscrew it and take it out.
Have you flown with it yet?
No, I've been pretty good about leaving it because, funny enough, I actually at TSA I had a Nerf gun in my bag, and they wouldn't let me bring it on the plane. I was like, They were like, yeah. they were like, they were messing with me, and they're like, well, somebody can come pick it up, and I was like, just fucking throw it away. I don't care. It's a Nerf gun. So
yeah.
But they were just giving me a hard time, and I was like, I don't have time for this shit.
Man gets arrested. See it on the news. Local Texas man flies to New York with the Nerf gun, gets arrested.
That was like 2 years ago. That was a while back.
Yeah.
So
I want to clarify because I'm trying to remember. I'm not very, what's the word? Not very familiar with New York's laws. Is New York no guns at all, or is it no? It has to be 10 rounds or less.
So, from my understanding, is you can't bring any guns from out of state. So, like any of my bulk, like I talked to like a lot of the local guys about like what to do because like there's a sportsman's club that I go to every once in a while. Some good guys over there, and I was just asking them like, so what can I not bring into the state? They said technically you can't bring anything. I think the only thing that they said that they're pretty relaxed on is like shotguns, like hunting shotguns, not like the tactical ones. It has to be like the hunting shotguns. And then that's really it. Everything else has to be like regulated within the state, which is really weird. So
I'm looking up right now.
You can't look it up like at all. Like I've looked it up. There's no good information on the internet about it.
Yeah, this NRA Institute of Legal Action website I'm on says you have to have a permit to purchase a handgun. You don't have to have one for rifle or shotgun. You have to have a permit, or you have to have registration of a handgun, not a rifle or shotgun. You have to have a license to have a handgun, not a rifle or shotgun, and you have to have a permit to carry.
Which is obvious. But
yeah.
So whenever I was looking up the laws and stuff, like a lot of it's about like New York State, or sorry, New York City, not like the upstate New York.
Mm-hmm.
Because talking with like a lot of the people up here and just driving around and stuff, there's a lot of Trump supporting people out here. So
here it is right here. Non-residents of New York, it is unlawful for any person to carry, possess, or transport a handgun in or through the state unless he has a valid New York's license.
Yeah, that's just with a handgun, though.
Yeah, so it doesn't say anything.
So I asked about that, and I was like, is it just a handgun or is it long guns too? And they said, if they don't say it, but it is long guns, like ARs and stuff. Obviously, you can't really use ARs in this state. I went to Cabela's yesterday, and they didn't have a freedom section. So
it says it says the non-residents competing in an organized competitive pistol match or league competition under auspice of or approved by the NRA or an organized match sanctioned by the International Handgun Metallic Silhouette Association may enter or pass through New York State within 48 hours of such an event.
Interesting.
So if it's an actual sanctioned event, you can come into the state or go through it, but it has to be a 48-hour window. You can't. I
You
guess
can't
you
be
can't.
here for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Hmm.
it has changed a lot of things I do carry pretty regularly. Like, so I
Yeah.
don't carry. Uh, what's
So
it
yeah,
called?
let's just go down to the bread and butter of it. What do you carry every day now that you what do you carry every day in New York
Yeah.
now?
So I carry this, my flashlights in my backpack in my truck. I do carry like a small, like, little micro flashlight.
Mm-hmm.
Takes AAA's. I forgot. I think it's one of the stream lights.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then, so I also don't actually carry at work, but just traveling and stuff. But I
Mm-hmm.
also do carry a Leatherman also,
Mm-hmm.
um, just in case I need it for something. I
Yeah.
don't really use it that often, but it's nice to
Leatherman's
have
a
when I
pretty
need it.
all around tool anyways.
Yeah, yeah. Like, but because even when I do carry my Leatherman, I always carry a knife with it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
not a knife with me. I always use the knife over the Leatherman's knife. So,
Yeah, I'm
and
not a big fan of the knives on the Leatherman.
yeah, like I know they make one that doesn't have a knife with it, and it's a little bit thinner. And I'm trying to find out which one it is because I would like to pick that up instead of carrying this one. Um, Nothing against this one. I just prefer not to have a blade
They are a little
because
bulky and a little heavy.
yeah, they are. But they also what's it called? You can also get this taken away through TSA also. So like if because it does have like a 2.5 inch blade, 3.5 inch blade on it.
Mm-hmm.
You can get it taken away at TSA because it does have a knife on it. But so I'm trying to find one that, like, if I forget it in my bag or something, it's just a tool. There's no knife on
Yeah,
it.
I'm on Leatherman's website. All the ones I'm seeing have knives on them. There's some that are thinner. There's some pretty cool Leathermans that I've
Yeah,
never seen. I got like an old one.
yeah. And I have like the oldest version of a Leatherman, the Leatherman Bond. It's like the most basic one. I think it was like
Yeah, that's the one I got.
it's like 50, $60, something like that.
I do like the Skeletal. You want me to share my screen?
Sure.
This Skeletal CX is kind of cool. It's got a nice little blade on it. But it's just a Phillips head, pliers, and a big, decent sized blade on it.
Yeah, they actually make a Leatherman for like AR stuff, like specifically like AR tools. I
Mm-hmm.
don't remember exactly which one it was, but I saw it at Cabela's a while back. That's pretty nifty. It was kind of expensive though. That was the only. It was like 120 to 150, I think, is what they were charging for it. So
Mm-hmm.
kind of a
Damn, they got a lot more stuff. They got their own kind of scissors and everything now.
well the those scissors are for shears and stuff for like first aid.
Yeah, like tearing through clothing.
Yeah,
Huh. Yeah, I don't. Let's see. Hunting, hiking, preparedness, serve, trades, camp, auto, craft and create, DIY, fish, garden. Huh.
yeah. That's basically all I carry for EDC stuff in New York.
So, what lumen flashlight you take?
Uh, this one's like 500, I think. It's like 250 to 500. Like, you can change it. I didn't want anything too bright. Um, so there's like a small little EDC thing. I rarely use it as like right now. So
So, if you were someone, because I imagine there's probably someone listening. If you were someone in New York state of New York, and you wanted
Yeah.
you were setting up your EDC and you wanted something for self-defense that's within their legal standards, what would you recommend?
Oh, they can carry pistols up here.
Well, like if you were a non-resident, someone in your shoes,
In my shoes, I would definitely carry a knife of some sort. It
fixed or
doesn't have to. Oh, I would do folded. Um, there's so many different options. You got Cricket, Kershaw, Gerber,
Benchmade?
Benchmade, yeah, Spyderco. You can really go anywhere with it. But um, for me, I didn't want to bring my expensive, like my higher end knives, I guess, up here. So I just wanted to opt for something a little bit cheaper that I don't mind if it gets lost or something.
Which that's the main thing too to remember for anyone anywhere when you're carrying, especially if it's for a self-defense purpose. You don't want to go out and buy a freaking $1,200 pistol for self-defense because you got to remember if you have to use it, that thing's getting taken. You're not.
Yeah.
You may get it back eventually.
Like that's the key word is eventually.
Yeah, it all depends on when the case gets closed and everything.
And,
investigation's over.
And that can take up to a year and a half, 2 years. So
yeah, or even longer. It all depends case by case.
But that also doesn't mean get the cheapest thing you can.
Yeah, get something you're willing to lose.
Yeah, like I hate bringing up this company because I really enjoy them, but like the cheaper Canics, that's a good option.
Yeah,
or like a Glock 43 Sig, something like that.
I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, it's all what you're willing to lose. Me personally, like if you had a $3,500 Staccato, probably wouldn't carry it for self-defense on the regular, just because that's a lot of money to lose. Because there is a chance you could never see it again.
Yeah, and I do know a lot of people that do carry them. So
yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. You do what you want to do, whatever you feel comfortable protecting your life with. But just know, things going to get taken. No question about it. They're going to take it. They're going to, they have to for evidence and everything. So just But I mean, yeah. So my EDC hasn't really changed except for a few things for Texas wise. I still carry the 365. Now, I guess what's changed now, given that the place I work at now, you're not allowed to have a firearm on premise or on property or nothing. Whenever I'm going to work, I just carry like my knife in my car or whatever. And then, but generally, I generally keep my CZ in the car whenever I'm not work or whatever, just because if I'm on the go or whatever, I got to run the store, I have it there. And then I bought this flashlight at Home Depot, Hunter. I was going to bring this up. If you're looking for someone out there, just EDC. EDC, by the way, for those of you who are new to it, doesn't necessarily mean self-defense. EDC can be anything. Your phone's EDC, your wallet's EDC, whatever. It's just something that you routinely carry with you every day to use to get through the day.
Yeah.
Which a flashlight, regardless if you're going to carry something self-defense or not, flashlight, highly recommended. I mean, you have a phone that most phones have flashlights now.
It doesn't work. I don't think they work very well.
They work for short, up close things.
Yeah.
Like now, I recommend carrying a handheld flashlight though, because the Candelas and the Lumens are better. You can reach out farther with it for power outages, whatever. This one I found, Hunter, $50 or no, $60 at Home Depot. It's called Coast XP11R is the model I got.
It's a big flashlight.
Yeah, I mean, so my hands are about average size, and I mean, it's, if you're watching the video, I mean, it takes up my hand a little bit, but it's not bad. It's not annoying. I don't carry it in my pocket. I keep it in my car or in the house. But it's, you know how many lumens this is?
I'm gonna guess 1,500.
Nope. I can't remember exactly. It's either 2,600 or 2,750.
Oh damn.
And it's pretty nice. This is my biggest feature I like on it. For those of you who know about flashlights or use them, most of them have it to where the head pulls in and out to adjust your flood. Whether you want it to be more narrow or flooded out. The biggest issue I've had with flashlights in the past is the head adjusts, but it doesn't lock. So you can freaking have that thing, pinpointed, and then you accidentally bump it, and then you got a big old flood.
Yeah.
This one, I don't know if you can hear it.
Yeah, it clicks.
Yeah, it clicks and locks. So now I got it pinpointed all the way down. So now it's not going to move. And then to unlock it, oh wait, there, that's not locked. Oh yeah, there it goes. So now it's locked, and it won't move. And then you can unlock it, push it in, whatever. But that's one of my features I like, because that's my old flashlight I used to carry. That was the most annoying thing, is you'd have it, zoomed in, and then you'd accidentally bump it and it'd flood out. And then hunting aspect, it'd fuck up, because then you flood out and everybody knows where you're at.
Oh, so speaking of flashlights, I was cleaning out some of my stuff back at my apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Megan was at work, and I was like, I got a lot of shit. Let me go through it, start getting rid of some stuff like paperwork and not gun related stuff. You wouldn't believe what I found in my drawers.
$100 bill.
No, even better. A brand
Zen.
new. No, a brand new Streamlight TLR1. In the box. I was like, when the hell did I was like, oh shit, I bought this 2 years ago.
Damn.
And I turned it on, and I was like, it still fucking works. This is awesome.
Yeah, I like that.
And I bought it for my PO7 or PO9, whatever model that is.
I like when you clean through things, and then you discover something. Yeah, you're like, oh wait, that's badass. I forgot.
Because I was looking at ordering one for it, and then I just found it, and I was like, good, save myself $150. Well, not really save myself, but because if I have two flashlights, I have to get another pistol, so it can go on something.
Yeah, I need to get a flashlight for my CZ, and I need to get a holster that'll hold a flashlight.
You can get a lot of custom stuff. I know
T1C is who I like.
I kind of want to try one of the T-Rex arms, like the Ragnarok.
Yeah, I like I haven't had a T-Rex, but the one I've had custom made was that T1C Tier 1 concealed for my Glock, and I really like it.
Well, that gun store that's pretty close to us in Central Texas, they do it on site.
Oh, they mold them.
Yeah, you can bring your gun up, and they'll do it for you.
Yeah, as far as I forgot. As far as knives, I'm still rocking the one from last one. You can see it's all worn out. The black's starting to wear off. Dude, this right here has been my favorite freaking knife. It's the Cricket Kotide, Cottidae. I guess that's how you say it. But this has been probably one of the best knives I've had. And like I said before, if you're new and you haven't heard this yet, the feature I like is this little lever on the side. You turn it and push it up, and the knife breaks into thirds so you can clean it better. Because I don't know about you, Hunter, but a lot of the pocket knives I've had in the past, I'll get lint and stuff built up in the bearings, and then it doesn't want to come out as smooth, or just gets all nasty.
I've only had two knives that did that. They were both Kershaw's, but you can take them apart pretty easily.
Yeah. This one you don't need a tool or nothing. You just pop it loose.
You're not supposed to take those apart because they're all spring and shit. But
yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do to get them clean. So. Yeah,
because when it comes time to use them, you need that thing working good.
But also, it's weird with my knives, with my good knives. If I'm sitting there just flicking with it, I'll grab some gun lube and I'll put it on the bearings and stuff. Not take it apart, but just put it wherever metal's rubbing metal. I'll put some grease or some lube on it. So
you know what? I never thought about trying that.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I've had 5 Benchmades. Where'd you go? Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna put some. By the way, I don't know if we talk about this it kind of goes hand in hand with EDC. Whether what you're carrying, keep control of it. This is the lube
The
I
best,
use. I think.
the best damn gun oil on the planet.
Yeah, for those of you who aren't watching, it's the Lucas Extreme Duty gun oil.
They do make a lighter version, like it's not the extreme version. It's more towards like hunting guns and older guns. Like it's not as thick. I've heard some good
Yeah,
stuff about that too. Like I've heard that's better for knives than that one is. So
really.
yep, because it's a little bit thinner. It gets into all the parts and pieces a little bit easier.
It's a little more, or it's a little more viscous. It's got a little more viscosity to it.
Yeah, is that the right? Yeah,
Ooh, ooh,
told you. Yeah,
ooh.
buttery. Yeah.
But yeah,
All my
that's
Benchmades I did that with, and dude, you can so the Benchmades, it's like the little button on the side of the blade.
yeah.
You can literally barely flick it, and they launch open. But I've lost shit, dude. I've lost I don't know how fucking many of those. I lost 2 Benchmades, so I have 3
Oh,
right now.
my dad, his boss gifted him a pretty nice Benchmade the other day.
Really?
Yeah. Trying to remember what brand or which model it is. It's like a green handle, like black and green handle, I want to say.
Is it like a Tonto blade where it's angled?
No.
Is it like a bug out? Is it plastic or is it metal on the grip?
See, that's what I'm trying to remember. It may be the Osborne, but it
Oh,
don't look like that.
look up bug out. They make a green bug out.
Oh wait, no. His is orange. I forgot. His is the bug out. Yeah, because it looks just like that 533 mini,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's like a mini version. I don't think it's that small.
They do make a full size version of the same knife.
Yeah,
That is my favorite knife I've ever owned. Ever is that one, and I lost it. I had the white one with a black blade. It looked like a storm, like whenever the new Star Wars came out, like
yeah. I think I'm looking
the
at the one you're talking about. The ivory handle,
yeah
white ivory handle or whatever.
yeah with the black black
Yeah,
blade. Yeah, that was my favorite knife I owned. I carried it everywhere, and then I think I just set it down somewhere and lost it.
they're not as expensive as I remembered them being. This kid I went to when I was in high school, he had one custom made with this like name and stuff engraved on the blade, Benchmade.
Who was that?
Peyton. You probably didn't know him. He was a couple grades above us.
Oh,
But I want to say his knife was like $400 or $500 at the time. And that was back when not many people had heard of Benchmade, at least around like the people I was around.
well, yeah. Benchmade was big. Like it's huge in the military community because like that's where they got their name, and the butterfly knife. Like that's another thing. Like they were a huge proponent in the butterfly knife.
Oh, really?
That's why their emblem's a butterfly.
Never knew that.
Yep. And
Would you ever own a butterfly knife?
No. I would hurt myself. I know there's ways to, like you can
Train.
flick around with them and not hurt yourself. I would find a way to hurt myself. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like the skinning knife they got called the Meat Crafter.
So
is that a fillet knife?
So there's a thing with Benchmade.
Mm-hmm.
Their first, it's usually like around 1,000 knives. They do first production run,
Mm-hmm.
and they put like first production, and they give you like a serialized number of which line it is. I had so that white one was the first production because it was like the first one of that color. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I'm so pissed that I lost it. And then I have another one. It's the proper, but it has a carbon fiber grip on it. I did not treat that blade well, and it rusted to shit. And I'm trying to see. I emailed Benchmade a long time ago about it. I never even checked to see if they responded. but I want to keep the first production number on it.
Mm-hmm.
And if something like that happens to your blades with Benchmays, they'll replace it for free.
So you want to replace a blade, but still have that number?
Yeah, because to me, because I use that knife. It was my. It's like a case knife, like it's like that kind of like nostalgia to it. So I wanted to keep that nostalgia with the number and all that stuff, but man, I don't know if they'll do it. Or at this point, I really don't care. I just want to get the blade replaced, or at least get the rust off. Like to me, it looks like surface rust, but I can't tell. I didn't bring it with me, so I can't look at it.
You may just take some
WD-40 or something and scrub it.
Yeah, I was going to say that cloth. I can't remember what it's called. That like metal cloth, sheep's wool.
Oh, the
kind of like what they used to use for dishes.
Steel wool.
Yeah, steel wool. But yeah, I mean that's about covers the EDC thing that I was really kind of getting at. Just kind of figuring out. Because I imagine there's people in a bunch of states like you, and they travel for work, trying to figure out what they should carry without being a lawbreaker.
Yeah, like the big thing like that I did was definitely research the area that I was going.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that's a huge part of it is you have to do your due diligence and actually look and see where you're going to go and like what laws. In some states, it's even depends on the county. Because I think in New York City, I don't even think you can. And I know you can carry a knife, but the laws are different there. Like it can't be a fixed blade or something; it has to be folded. I don't know. It's some weird stuff.
Yeah, because the biggest thing to remember is ignorance of the law is not an excuse in court.
Yeah.
So you can say,
especially if you're traveling, like yes, sometimes you may forget. Like that's understandable, but you have to do your due diligence too. So like one example is like suppressor laws and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like if we were going to go to like Indiana or something from Texas, you might have to go through Illinois, but you can't go through Illinois with a suppressor. So you have to go through 10. Yeah. Those are 100% banned. So suppressors and ARs. So.
Oh yeah, I knew about the AR thing.
So if you're doing that, you have to travel around the state. Which is really weird because you could probably get away with it if you're quickly just driving through, like you're going to be in Illinois for like an hour.
Yeah, as long as you don't get stopped, you're not doing anything stupid.
But
if you get caught, it's not worth it.
Yeah, if you get caught, it's not worth it. So.
Yeah, so the bottom line is really with EDC anywhere is just do your research, know your laws, know what works for you and what works for the state.
Yep.
Don't get yourself in trouble, and don't say, "Oh, well, the guys on H Awakening said I could," because they're not.
That is not what we're saying.
Yeah,
and don't bring this motherfucker to an airport if you can remember to.
Yeah, Hunter on H&H said I can bring your razor blade to the airport.
It's the exact opposite of what I said, too.
Yeah, that sounded so bad.
I know.
It's the best thing for airports.
Well, it was actually a guy at work that taught me that it wasn't like a trick, but it was like, if you forget what you do.
In a pinch, it helps you.
Yeah, because like sometimes if I can get a late enough flight, which here I can't, to go back to the, land of the free.
The greatest country in the U.S.
Yeah, like I'd rather not leave like a knife or something in my, in my truck if I can remember it. But, if I'm leaving work and going straight to the airport, I'm usually in a rush and I'm probably going to forget it. So there's some things you got to think about.
Yeah. Well, we're going to try to keep a schedule pretty good. I know Hunter is coming home
this weekend.
Yeah, but this weekend we're not going to be able to really record anything.
Yeah. Oh, I've got some exciting news. I'm going to tell you off camera. I'll bring it up in a couple episodes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just keep an eye out. I promise you, we're still here, still pumping out stuff. Just may not be as frequent as we used to.
Yeah.
Until everything settles out. But until then, stay safe
Stay active
and enjoy the outdoors.